Hi there, this is Lee McQueen, and I'm just signing in to say that I've seen in several media articles that Jill Stein and Gary Johnson have lost their bid to be included in the presidential debate, and with Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. And so it's viewed as a setback in some quarters, although apparently the lawyers are examining this issue, this decision, the reasoning behind it, and trying to figure out a way to proceed forward from that. However, I'm making a suggestion of some alternative, and it's stemming from what I've seen, the scuttlebutt on the old internet, of doing an end run around the Commission on Presidential Debate rather than trying to gain entry to a party to which you're not invited. Have your own party, and then maybe you decide whether you want to invite them. What do I mean by that? I mean that it's possible to reach your voters a different way other than the Commission on Presidential Debates. I say that because ever since Ross Perot in 1996, they've had 20 years worth of at stake, of having something at stake, of keeping out third party candidates. Ever since Ross Perot told the truth about NAFTA at the League of Women Voters presidential debate with Bill Clinton and George H.W. Bush, there's been an interest in the powers that be for preventing third-party candidates from having debate access, even going so far as to arrest third-party candidates. Ralph Nader tried to gain entry. Jill Stein tried to gain entry and was arrested for her effort. So I'm saying maybe an alternative is to do an end run. How do you do an end run? Well, you go to the people directly rather than use the televised debates, which is basically a pageant of scripted responses and silly season stuff. Go directly to the people, which was always a strength of Bernie Sanders, and it could be your strength too, from what I'm seeing. If you remember the greeting that you received outside the Democrat National Convention, and then even when you walked through the halls of the Democrat National Convention, how you were greeted, and how you were viewed when you had your rallies outside, how people flocked to you. Go directly to the people. How do you do that? Well, how did Lincoln do it? The ultimate third party challenger, the spoiler who won his election and stopped an abomination that was driving the economic system of the United States over a cliff. He ended slavery. We're not approaching racial slavery, but we're on our way to wage and debt slavery with the Trans-Pacific Partnership on the horizon. Even if you did a tour, a college campus tour, just on that one issue of the Trans-Pacific Partnership, people will flock to see you. They know that you're an expert on these matters. They know that you know what you're talking about. They know that you're speaking the truth and that you're speaking the words that Bernie Sanders would still be speaking if the Democrat National Committee ever were to play fair with him. That is not the case, and so people are looking to you as the beacon of truth this political season, because they know that they're not going to get that with Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump. They may get it with Gary Johnson, who you may invite with you to campaign and debate against on this tour, this college campus tour. But what if Gary Johnson says no? He's on the verge of gaining entry into the presidential debate while you're still being throttled. What to do, what to do. You can continue litigation, or you can say, you know what, I'm hitting the road. I'm going to grind it out. I'm going to go all up and through California. I'm going to head to Oregon. I'm going to Washington. I'm going to go through Nevada. I'm going to come down to Texas again. I'm going to go up through the Dakotas. I'm going to go through Iowa. I'm going to go through the Rust Belt, Ohio, Michigan, Pennsylvania, talking about the Trans-Pacific Partnership, talking about NAFTA and who brought NAFTA to us, talking about where all those jobs went, why there's so much poverty, why people are turning to recreational drugs and then being incarcerated so the prison lobby can have more influence in Washington, how it's all tied together. Bernie Sanders did an excellent job of pulling the curtain back from how the game was rigged against the 99% by the 1%. You can do that, Jill. I know that you can. I've heard you speak. I've heard Bernie Sanders speak. All Bernie Sanders did was tell the truth. And he didn't have to move to the center in order to gain the center. He didn't have to move to the center to gain Republicans or independents or libertarians or unaffiliated. He always stayed true to progressive values. He told the truth, and people came to him. This is what I suggest that you do, is that you take your own tour, either a bus, a luxury bus, not Greyhound, a luxury bus, or a train, and just do a train or a bus tour of the United States, college campus to college campus. Hit them all, every city, all the majors, and people will come to listen to you. All through Texas, through the southern states, through the Republican territory, you can pick up votes. This is what a lot of people forget. I'm going to say a little story that may reveal my thinking that may be useful for your campaign. 2008 election season, Barack Obama ran as a progressive. He ran as the anti-war candidate who did not vote for or support the Iraq war, while Hillary Clinton did. Hillary Clinton was talking all about her guns and how she liked to shoot and how she was, really down with the white hardworking Americans. And, she tried to marginalize Barack Obama as, unrealistic, unicorns, pie in the sky, etc., fringe, whatever she tried to do. And it worked against her. And in surprising places. There's a place in Texas. It's called College Station. It's extremely conservative. Some would say right-wing. Very militaristic. A lot of the faculty are ex-military or still serving. A lot of the students are ex-military or still serving or going through ROTC programs, and they're about to serve. But there's a large contingent of military-like people in the College Station area. It's a very pro-military area. They support their troops. The really interesting thing is, you would think, based on that background during the Democratic primary, that College Station, the University of Texas area, Texas A&M area, the Aggies, you would think this area would have gone to Hillary Clinton during the 2008 primaries because, she's who she is and Barack Obama is who he is, and of how Hillary Clinton tried to marginalize Barack Obama. However, Barack Obama won College Station during the Democratic primary. He won that area of Texas. I believe Hillary Clinton won Texas overall, but Barack Obama won this militaristic, pro-military, conservative, white, right-wing area of Texas. How did he do that? He did it because he was against frivolous at the time. But anyway, let's pretend it's 2008 and we still believe him. He campaigned against frivolous use of our military. He wanted responsible use of our military. He wanted troops to be put first, not war profiteering to be put first. So Barack Obama won College Station. He won the students of the Texas A&M area, the Aggies. He won their votes. He won that county and the surrounding area. Hillary Clinton lost those voters. So there are openings for you. I would say leave no state unflicked. You never know where your voters are. People are still saying, like, how could Bernie Sanders have possibly won West Virginia when that was Bill Clinton territory back when he was the president? Well, Bernie Sanders told the truth about the economy, about the trade deals, about how the system was rigged against poor working people. And he told the truth, and people trusted him, and so they voted for him. Hillary Clinton lost West Virginia by quite a large margin. So I would say, you can, if you want, to spend time with the Commission on Presidential Debate. They may or they may not allow you entry. But then again, surely the American people will welcome you with open arms if you tell them the truth, similarly to the way that Bernie Sanders told them the truth about what was happening in their lives and how the 1% was going out of its way to cause harm, real harm, to the 99%, both from an economic standpoint, from a criminal justice standpoint, from a war and military standpoint, foreign policy, everything, education, student debt, all of that. If you tell the truth about that on a college tour, while Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are doing all that, you'll find your voters despite what they do, maybe because of what they do.